Throwing ass on the gram, getting laughs at the stand. Only she can, only Feehans. It's only Feehans.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of OnlyFeehans with me, your host, Kerryn Elizabeth Feehan, and my guest today, hilarious comedian Nathan Macintosh is here.
Yay! Thank you, Kerryn.
Guest, return guest.
Repeat guest. You have repeat guests.
Yeah, but not a lot.
Okay, good. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm happy to be here. This is great. From what I remember last time, you said if your feet were out, more people watch. So
Yep.
This is perfect.
Yep, this is
very
great.
happy to be here so that people can
It's all about
violently
you.
beat off to
You,
your...
baby.
They've already paused.
Nathan, no. Yeah, hell yeah, maybe. Put Nathan's special link up right now. Nathan has a new comedy special out, Down with Tech.
Down with tech.
You can find it where? On the boob tube?
YouTube, yeah. Right in there. It is right on there. Is that what we're calling the boob tube now?
I
TV's
am.
toast. Yeah, great.
I am.
YouTube, it's on YouTube. Please check it out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you shoot it? Cellar?
Yeah, the underground,
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That place is awesome.
There's like 3 places to shoot things, you know? As a non-famous, you got like 3 options.
That's a great option.
The
though.
street,
Yes.
your house.
Your bathroom.
Yeah, the bathroom. Your
Or
bathroom.
the gym.
The gym. Somebody should record a special at the gym.
What
No, not let anybody know.
No.
Just walk into Planet Fitness and just set up a mic and be like, what's going on, treadmills?
I feel like I could do it. Like at like around the squat racks. Like guys are just trying to fucking get their pump on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, so hey, my name's Kerryn. I'm a declining 8. They're like, shut up. You're fucking with my reps.
You're in the goddamn way, lady.
So we started, chatting off camera. You guys weren't even privy to the stuff that we were aligning on.
Yeah.
Just how we're being fed poison. There's no hope.
There's not a lot of hope. We're being fed poison. None of us have had a real potato. And yeah, it's pretty. But then there's one part of Down with Tech is I also feel we're toast that way in terms of there's like 4 fucking mutants that run the world.
Yeah, I know.
And like it sounds crazy when you say that, right? They're like, there's some kind of Illuminati. There's not an Illuminati. We put these guys in magazines. They're riding
Right.
tractors. They got a woman on them backwards, and they're like,
Oh,
I'm cool.
are you talking about Dan? What's his face?
No, I'm talking about Bezos. Are you talking about
Okay.
Dan Blazarian?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw a clip. I thought he died. I thought he like ate his own nutsack or whatever. I was like, I saw him today. He goes, yeah, it's a slow day if I've only fucked 2 different women. 5 or 6 different women, that's a good day. I'm like, what? You gotta talk to them, right?
No, you don't. Here's the thing. If you want to only fuck them, you can't talk to them. It's a numbers thing.
Oh.
Because that's going to be a lot more than the fucking. But
Okay.
he's also, yeah, he
I think he's repulsive, to be perfectly honest.
before you found.
Physically.
Okay, yeah.
He could not be talking at all. He could not have money. I mean, I think he's gross to look at.
I don't, sure, yeah.
What type of what do they gain? What, they get to just be in the house? Like, what are they? They're just a bunch of homeless hot chicks?
Well, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You just showed me a book,
The
right?
titties? Oh,
yes.
yeah.
So what's to be gained
What?
from here? Do you see
This
what I'm
is
saying?
art, Nathan.
How is it not art to ride Dan Blazarian under the fucking Mona Lisa? This guy has, you know what I mean? He's
Does
got
he
a
have that
Ferrari
much
in his
art?
house. I have no idea, but
I was like, is he a big art guy?
no, and that house was like some kind of thing. The guy didn't have as much money as he said, but
Oh,
people
right.
like
Being around wealthy people.
and fame. People like a person with a big number by their name. If you have, I don't know what he had. Let's say 50 million followers. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
But people are like, whoa, I suck that guy.
Yeah.
He's going to put me in a story at least.
Right.
And then my fucking numbers go up and then I can go out there and get blown by people.
I see that. Okay. I see that sort of like ROI type of thing. Like, I get that idea.
Yeah.
But I guess I didn't even realize they were getting that much exposure.
Well, they probably weren't, but that's the thought, right? That's the
That's the
thought.
thought
Like
in
I know
it.
his name, but I saw one picture of him, and maybe I'm like a loser bitch man, but like I saw a picture of him. He was in a bed with like 9 women.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you say, date night? And you go, in my head, this is one of the saddest pictures I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so doctored and weird
Right.
and odd and like, you're not
so devoid of connection.
so devoid of connection. Again, you sound like a little bitch man, but all of these, none of these people want to be here. If you weren't the guy you are, if you weren't Dr. Dan, you're not fucking having sex. And they don't even. And who took the picture? And why is it posted? And why are we doing this?
And why are we looking? And
you know
why
what I mean?
am I liking it? I'm the problem.
Why am I liking it? Why not subscribing to his school?
I'm the
Dan
problem.
Blazarian Fuck 9 Women a Day class.
But you're talking about the 4 people who run the world, like Jeff Bezos, who
Dr.
else?
Musk, Sir Zuck.
Elon Musk.
And
Mark-
I would also say now Sam Altman. So now there's probably more, but he's the
Wait, I know. Who's
ChatGPT
that?
guy.
Oh.
OpenAI psycho. You ever see his eyes?
Yeah.
Horrifying.
Psycho.
Horrifying. The type of person that they would even go in school, they would go, you can't run anything here.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Horrifying. This man truly creeps me out. And he is
so creepy. What a weird head shape.
yes.
Did you see that, like, Zaddy
Come
Zuckerberg? They,
on.
like, doctored his, like... Yeah, these people, like, they lack charisma a lot of times, too, which I always find interesting. Like, they're not, like... Public speaking doesn't come very easy to them, even though they do it all the time. They make me nervous. Like, Grant, maybe I only see Zuckerberg when he's being, like, questioned by Congress or whatever, but he always seems, like, nervous. He never seems like... Or he's, like pretending to be an MMA fighter. He never seems, like, confident.
Well, he's not. And neither with this man. These are the mutants in high school. If we were still in a high school setting, which we kind of are, but we've outside of school, you're not. But you get what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
They eat their lunch under the stairs.
We beat them up.
Yes,
They get
and
swirlies.
swirlies. But
Wedgies.
there's a reason. Because if you let them run things, they'll eat us. and that's what's happened. This man is sweating here in this.
Look at that pace pitting up.
interview. He's violently sweating.
Yeah.
In this.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, but look at his armpit. Go to the
pits.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
I mean, I've been known to perspire from my armpit from time to time, but that is his whole nipple, I think, might be sweating.
He's dying. He's melting. He's become unplugged, and so this is another reason I feel there's not a lot of hope. But Kerryn,
Tell me.
Food hell, online hell. Outside hell, I'm still trying to have a pretty good time.
Me too. I was actually talking to Nicole about that because I seem to create happiness for myself on a daily basis. I was single for a long time, and then it's like dating is. I'm always like wanting to be in love and like fall in love, and I do like jump like head first when I like someone and like connect with them. Mm-hmm. But even like in relationships, I eventually find out that like I'm the one that's like making all the happiness. And like I get a lot of like when I date people, they say things like, you inspire me and you like make me want to be a better person and this and that. And like I don't know if I've quite found a person that inspires me. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I have great days, especially since the sun is out. I mean, today I was at the gym at 6:45 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah. I really got it in early. I go to Lifetime, which is like an incredible gym.
And channel.
Yes. Okay, girl. They have this thing called a hydro massage chair.
Okay.
So after my workout, I just go and get like pounded by these water jets, like in my like lower back and my whole body. I sauna, I steam. I'm eating so much meat. Shout out to Butcher's Box. Like I'm just like full of endorphins and serotonin and dopamine, like nonstop. What about you? You have a dog. You get natural dopamine.
I feel again because I feel there's a guy out there that's going to call himself Water Jets now solely because you're like I'm being pounded by water jets.
You're right. Yep. Comment, timestamp, and that comment.
Yeah.
Calling it now.
Emails you. My name Water. Last name Jets. What do I mean, I have a dog.
Yeah.
My girlfriend makes me laugh a lot.
Joy, yeah.
And I do try to be like, look, if we, I don't know, we don't have, who knows? I said to this to my girlfriend today, I was like, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
So like, but I don't even mean that in a sad way. I just mean in the way of like, what are we doing?
Right.
How I'm trying to, I would like to enjoy the things while we're here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
What do you guys like to do together? What brings you joy? Do you go out to eat sometimes?
We go to shows.
Oh, shows.
Go to movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take in performances together.
We do take in performances
and then
together.
do you talk about them after?
A little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, it depends.
That's nice.
Have you ever gone to a performance with somebody? You have?
Oh, sure, yeah. That's one of my favorite things to do, actually. I'm just being genuine. I sound like I'm
Yeah, absolutely. I was
sarcastic.
like, okay. Yeah, I was like, I don't know why.
But I do, like, because it's a great, spur of conversation going to, like, especially if it's something you're unfamiliar with.
I went to see, we went to see, oh, fuck. It's a play about this guy who says that the town's water supply is poisoned, and he tells the town, and they basically yell at him to shut up.
Yeah.
Because
it's Aaron Brockovich.
Yes, because if he doesn't, then they'll lose all of their money.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what happens in
Flint.
The fucking Boeing. Have you heard? They killed the Boeing guy. They killed the guy.
Wait a minute. Wait, you switched topics.
Yes, I did. But
Boeing, the airplane guy.
The airplane guy.
What do you mean they snuffed him out because he blew the whistle?
Yes, and that's what this play is about.
That stuff like that happens all the time. The movie Seaspiracy, there's all of these like agents that are supposed to go on commercial fishing ships and report on any malpractice or whatever. Not malpractice, that's not the right word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if they're have too much bycatch, like if they're killing a shit ton of dolphins and sharks and orcas while they're catching fish. 13 of them, just in the documentary, I mean, that was like over like a 2-year span, just disappeared. They just died. They kill the whistleblowers.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
So wait, can we go over the Boeing guy though?
The Boeing guy was murdered. That guy murdered. So he went. He was talking about how brutally murdered by a gate agent. I know.
Wait.
I made that up. It's just so funny to think that it's somebody who's like now boarding first class, diamond medallion, cocks a gun, runs outside. Okay, but this guy was like, hey, Boeing is like putting the planes together with gum.
Yes.
They don't care about safety features. They're really skimping on money so that they can just get a lot of money, go laugh in the sand, ha ha ha, we're CEOs.
Yeah.
We're getting blown, right?
Yeah.
The Dan Bilzerian way.
Yeah.
You're in a bed full of 9 women.
And there's been crashes lately, right? Things
A
happening.
few crashes over the last couple of years. A fucking door has blown right off a fucking plane.
Right.
Wheels have fallen off of planes.
Yeah.
But cool, dude, whatever. These are just weird things that are happening. But this
No.
guy was like, guys, no, seriously, this is very bad.
Yeah.
And they killed him. They told him he testified, and he goes, he was going to drive home that night. And they go, stick around. We want you to talk again tomorrow. They killed him that night. He died that night. And he told his sister like 2 weeks before this, if anything happens to me,
They did it.
I did. Yeah, he's like, I didn't do it. He's like,
Right.
I did. I'm not. I didn't.
I would never kill myself.
And there's another guy who just testified the other day in front of Congress.
About Boeing?
Same deal, 100%.
And he got
he's
killed.
like, guys, I'm not happy to be here. They're not following any kind of safety regulations.
Well, what? Like, how many of them have to get killed for the government to be like, let's step in?
And with the government's like,
The government's making money off them in some way too. Which airlines use Boeing planes?
They're like the most popular. What 737s and shit are like the most popular planes?
I feel like United and stuff. You probably use.
They're the only two.
I fly a
United
lot.
and Alaska.
Oh.
Great. I would never get on a United flight. Can I tell you why? One, I don't go to Alaska. United. They fucking killed a dog and they dragged a guy off a flight.
Yeah.
They murdered a dog.
I
They
know.
told a lady, you can't have your dog under the seat. And she goes, well, what do you want me to do? They said, put it in the
There
overhead.
was a French bulldog. I remember it.
Can you imagine opening the overhead compartment? First of all, I'm never putting my dog up there.
No.
I don't care what anybody says. Just take me off the plane.
Yeah.
But if I put my dog up there and then after the flight, I open the overhead. And
Why
my
wouldn't you
dog's
check on
dead?
your dog the whole time though?
Because you're like, it's in the dog spa. The person on the plane is probably like, look, we got treats up there. As soon as the plane takes off, you guys don't see this, but like there's lights and we have meat that just flies through the overhead and the
There's a
dogs
little
are partying.
obstacle course.
Yes. Your dog is partying up there in the overhead. Can't you hear it?
You know, United flies direct to Austin more than like Delta. Delta's always giving me connecting
JFK,
bullshit.
they fly right to Austin.
Delta does?
From JFK.
Okay, maybe
You got to go to
maybe not.
JFK.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
But you get a direct flight. Yeah. Okay. Oh.
United, you can't go United. Look at that.
Even
Look at
like,
that.
because I flew first class in United and it's like, meh.
Air Canada has that too. No, sorry, not Air Canada, WestJet. WestJet's first class is like they got rid of the middle seat.
Yeah.
That's the whole fucking
Right.
first class.
And he's like, do you want some warm nuts? I'm like, not really.
Yeah. But
Right.
so this guy's dead. So this is this guy's dead. And these planes are still there. And then you're also eating poison on the plane. And before you get on the plane, you tweet something that then could be, sold to whoever. Yeah. I'd like to. I'd like to move to the woods.
Yeah, no.
But you can't do that.
You can get a tiny home.
Never ever looked into those?
Yes. You could easily get a tiny home, Nathan Macintosh. You and your girl take the dog, move I don't know, Hudson Valley. You don't even have to be that far away. You could still come back for spots if you wanted to. You could just go up the river.
Living in the woods and coming back for spots is fucking hilarious. I'm out fishing with a rock.
You grow a beard. I
got a 715.
You come in with fish for everyone. You're like, guys, check out this fillet.
Yeah, you guys don't even know the salmon. The salmon upriver right now is just fucking wild.
I worry about the ennui of living in the woods. I can't even take living in the suburbs.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'd like to, but I can't. I'm not gonna.
Right.
I don't want to do that. Then you're off grid. If you're off grid for 2 days, you're gonna be like, oh my God, this sucks.
Right.
I'm not living off the land.
I did start following this really cute young black couple who found an abandoned farm property, and they've sort of just started rescuing all these random animals like goats and alpacas, and they're not really, I don't really know how they're sustaining stuff. I don't really understand if they're making a profit or anything. They got a decent following and they look really happy. They just kind of dance with these ostriches all the time. That might be something.
They have a haunted life though too. They definitely, because if you're doing all stuff online, they definitely they go to bed. They put the ostrich away after they're they dance with their ostrich and then they're like, follow us on farmland,
tiny farm fun, yeah.
And then they go in the room and they go, well, how are we gonna get bigger? And they're like, well, we have to dance with 2 ostriches. And we can't dance with fucking Charlene. We're not gonna dance with 2 ostriches.
We have to kill one.
We have to kill an ostrich, or we have to get another bird. We gotta find a condor, maybe.
Yeah.
It's all.
That's sad.
When you see, this is one reason I don't look at TikTok, and I get sad when I
don't
do.
even have it. I don't
Good
have
for
TikTok.
you.
No.
So nobody can send you videos.
They try to. My groups that I'm in, they try to. I'm like, I can't see this.
They're just sad.
I'm not logging in. I can't see it. Yeah, I don't care about what you've done to make your child have this weird reaction. I don't like it. It skeeves me out. I don't like how many when people put hats on their dogs. I'm like,
I don't either.
I don't.
And I have a dog that's hatable. I have a Chihuahua, and every time I see these videos, people have sunglasses on their dog.
They don't like that.
Their dog's holding a bottle of wine. I saw one the other day. It's a tiny little bottle of wine, and the woman fakes a knock at the door, and then she opens the door, and it's a dog standing on its hind legs with a bottle of wine and glasses and a little tuxedo, and I want to write, fuck you.
Fuck you, lady.
Take your fucking shit off your dog.
He doesn't like that.
He's not your fucking personal the social media project. Whore. Pet him. Give him fucking meat.
Enrich his life.
Yes.
And
keep
let
him
him
off of United.
Oh, the beret. Look at the little beret.
Awful. You ever see somebody do this, by the way, live? I saw
They
a woman.
hate it.
I was at a Starbucks years ago, and I don't know what that has to do with anything. But anyways, there's a woman over there. We were on the patio, and she had a dog, and she kept trying to she goes, sit. And the dog's legs were on the chair, dog's front legs were on the table. And then she'd go around and try to take the picture of him in front of a latte, and he would get down. She'd go, oh, come over again, do it. And I watched this for 5 minutes. You want to go, it's a dog.
I know.
This is not for your own fucking personal delight.
Sickening, yeah.
Not only that, your own personal fucking, personal pages. Don't do it. Don't this to your dog.
It's it's so weird how you can disconnect from a sentient being's thoughts and and comfort to just for clicks. You know, it's so. People they really justify it, and it is mostly women. You know,
yeah.
It's these dogs are arts and craft projects to them, but they're living, breathing things.
Projects.
What about dog Halloween costumes?
That's you got to do it on Halloween.
Or no?
What's so funny is I fought my girlfriend on this forever. I was like, don't put anything on our dog. So basically the thing I was like, no hats, no fucking hair, don't do this.
No wigs.
So her little costumes have been and also my girlfriend does really good costumes. So she'll make a thing, take a picture of her with it, and take it off.
Right.
But I'm still not
gung ho about
jacked
it.
about
right.
it.
My Mabel had devil ears this year, which were like knitted and yarn and seemed pretty comfortable on her little head. I got them off Etsy. And then one year she had bat wings and, you know, she seemed fine with those. But again,
It's like a sweater almost.
Yeah, I took her for a walk. And yeah, Mabel's not a big clothing dog. She's a fucking wolf.
She's a big dog, yeah. Baby dog has sweaters.
Yeah.
She has to.
My Ernest, my Chihuahua, had sweaters because he was cold.
Yeah, exactly.
He would shiver.
Two things real quick. Do you, where do you stand on this? I feel that, you know, because there's some people that they adopt a dog, right? And they have the dog for a couple of years or something, and then they return the dog.
Disgusting. They should be euthanized.
Thank you. I think they should be on a watch list. I'm not kidding.
100%.
Where are they? Where are you? Well, what kind of, you have zero empathy for
It's
life.
crazy.
And you just walk the earth. And we have people on the list that, like, whatever, I don't know, tried to blow up a plane that's probably going to fall apart anyway.
Right.
You owned a dog for
Right.
years, pet it, loved
my
it, slept with
God,
it,
it makes
and
me
you
sick.
take it back?
It makes me so sick. And
awful.
like, so there's like these, like, you know, I try to give grace to people with like extenuating circumstances if they're forced out of their home and they can't bring the dog
yes.
forced out of the country. Maybe they can't bring the dog. But yeah, sometimes it's just like, I don't know, like they can't deal with it anymore. It's a weird disassociation from like, again, like a sentient being that I just don't relate to. I think they're like really bad people.
Well, baby dog, I think I told you this before. Baby dog was left at my door. And she was left there by a woman who was trying to leave her for her ex-boyfriend. And I've always thought the woman that left baby dog, one is a monster, two is probably top 10 hottest woman in New York. And I've never seen her. I don't know, but only somebody that, you know what I mean? You'd have to be living a life of just like getting it all, that you have no connection to this.
How could you look at it? How could you look in a dog's eyes and leave it?
Well, she's a monster. She's one of the 9 women with Dan Blazarian. They're not all monsters, but you know what I'm saying. She has to be one of the hottest women in the city.
I
Has
guess,
to be. I'd love to see a picture. I wish there was a way I could see if I'm right or not. I could be way wrong. She could. She, you know what I mean? But I don't think so. I think she even came. She delivered the dog wearing like giant heels, tits out. She was in flip. She came. She came ready to fuck because she probably thought maybe her ex-boyfriend was going to open the door,
Right.
And they were going to like get back together or whatever. But anyways, also go ahead.
I'm not a huge fan of this like doodle trend. I think that the people buying these like doodle dogs, I think their Google searches are easy dog, easy, trainable, hypoallergenic dog. So in my opinion, it's a very lazy / like fear-based decision. Like, and because I think it's creating in this neighborhood, they're absolutely everywhere.
I saw 2 getting in the elevator.
Yeah, it's like Gremlins style. Like, and these dogs cost like upwards, you know, $2, $3, $4, $5, $8,000. And meanwhile, perfectly good dogs like my Mabel, like my Mabel, are getting gassed in the South. You know, and these people just like, they don't even do any research. They're almost always first time dog owners. And they just, I'm like, go to Build-A-Bear. That's what you want.
Yeah.
You want a stuffed animal. You know, because a lot of times they're like a poodle and a lab mix. Those are 2 high energy working dogs. Actually, it's going to be tough if you don't train them.
Yeah, get them a job. They want to be at the docks. They want to be moving boxes, blowing whistles.
I had an encounter. Mabel's really not a fan of the doodles. That's the other thing. Like, the doodles get attacked more than most dogs in parks.
Why?
Because other dogs, like with real DNA, like German Shepherds, Golden Retrievers, any pit bull mix, they don't recognize them as part of the dog cult, like dog species.
They're just an animal that they see.
You will, because they don't know how to greet correctly. Dogs are supposed to sniff each other's asses, come from the side.
Yeah.
Doodle dogs come straight at you, tail wagging. And so they get their asses kicked. This is part of my act. I do crowd work where I find the doodle owners and I ask them. And every time I ask them, like, I'll be like, did you get it because it's hypoallergenic? They're like, yes. And then I go, does it get its ass kicked at dog parks? And they're like, yes. But they won't stop bringing them to dog parks. And they're also the first one to fucking sue somebody when their dog does get fucked up.
The golden doodle is the Sam Altman of the dog world. Do you think, because people are getting dogs, 1, to have like a fake family before you start a real family.
Sure.
2, to up your social media life.
Oh my God.
Do you think people are having kids for content.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. Not everybody, obviously.
No.
But holy fucking God, man.
It
holy
is-
fucking God.
I see a lot of women just like disappear into motherhood too. Like they're no longer individuals. They are mother.
Mhm.
And that really, takes over their whole existence and joie de vie. And I mean, this is only my personal opinion, but I see it with like boy moms and like, guys that I've dated and stuff where the mothers have just been so involved in the boy's life that it kind of fucks them up for relationships later. Whereas, I don't know. I think
Well, the men you've dated are fucked up because their mom was too...
still so involved,
Oh, yeah,
and they're
yeah,
in
yeah.
their 30s. And it's like, I don't know. One was like, this poor guy, I always talk about him, but he was like a trust fund kid. And it's like, if your mom's bankrolling your life, your
Yeah.
decisions are going to be
Yeah.
tied into like her. It's like what she says goes. So I don't know. I think that like the best parents, as hard as it may be, let their kids fuck up and fall down and get back up themselves. That's how they learn how to be resourceful and like solve problems and stuff. And I do think there's like a lot of coddling going on.
Yeah, you gotta have a kid and just take him to a reservoir and just let him go.
Let him roll down and see if he can make it back
Let him
up.
roll down. And if he comes back, my mom was way more reservoir mom.
My mom too.
But your mom drank?
Yeah, but nothing crazy.
Okay.
Like my mom would have like a glass of white Zinfandel and was wasted.
No, yeah, my mom drank.
Yeah, okay.
But she told me one time because she never really her life advice was like, "Oh yeah, really? You want to do that? See what happens."
Yeah.
So-
Fuck around and find out.
Yes. So I stopped going to school for a while, and she was like, "Yeah, you want to stop going to school?
How old are you?
16."
Oh wow, high school.
Yeah, I
you
stopped
just
going
didn't
for
want to
half a
go.
year.
Wow.
I hated it. I almost got into a fight with this dude, and I didn't want to go, and then whatever. And then I went back and got expelled. But but the year that I stopped going, the half year I stopped going, because I was like, you're 16, people. It's a cliche thing, but you really do think you know all of the stuff.
For sure.
So
Did you have your license? Did you have your license?
yeah.
Once I got my
Well, like-
driver's license, nobody could tell me shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, either I had it or I got it when I was 16. I don't know if I had it at this point, but I was like, if I get a part-time job,
Yeah.
me and my friend, we can both get an apartment. It's gonna be great. And that's my whole life.
Wow.
Stupid, crazy.
Yeah.
And so my mom, she was like, "You're not going to school anymore, huh?" And there's nothing she really do. She's eating a cigarette in the doorway. She's like, "You're not going to go to school?" I go, and she goes, "All right, you'll see where that ends up." And walked away, and I went, "Whoa!" And then it really did make me look around at other people in my neighborhood who stopped going to school, and I was like,
I don't want to end up like
"I
that.
don't want to end up like this guy."
yeah,
There's like 40-year-old men who can't read,
Right.
can't write their own name.
I know.
And you just go, "Well, I don't want to be." And there's people that drop out of school who don't do that, but like, Jesus,
I
that scared
know.
the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was I going with this? Stop going to school.
No,
Moms.
just the fact that's crazy that your mom's like, oh yeah. So you didn't go for half a year.
I didn't go for half a year.
Did you have to make it up? Like,
Yes, eventually. So I got, and then I got expelled. But then I had to do.
why'd you get expelled, Nathan?
just beaking?
What's beaking?
Just talking?
Did you know what beaking?
I think it's a Canadian deal.
Just talking. They
Just
expelled
beaking.
you for fucking
well, I
mouthing off to teachers?
not necessarily.
Yeah.
No, I did. The last thing that happened, the absolute last thing that happened that got me expelled. So I was kicked out of like 3 classes for talking. But I was in the office. I had to do my math.
Were you crushing though? Were you like telling jokes?
Yeah, but really, I was just like not, dude. Okay, I wasn't talking all the time. I'm serious. One time, I fell asleep in class, legitimately, because they played a movie about how the fucking making of like birch bark canoes or whatever in Canada,
Good night.
and I fell asleep. I was done. So I woke up, and the teacher goes, "Nathan," he goes, "Come here for a second." He goes, "I wrote down every time you were talking in class," and I go, "Man, I'd love to tell you I was talking, but I go, legitimately, I was sleeping."
Right.
And I know that's not better, but I wasn't talking.
Right.
And he goes, "Okay, dude, yeah, go to the office." I go, "All right." Anyways, kicked out of math class for asking questions about math is what happened. I was like, "Why do we need to know quadratic functions?" And she's like, "Just do them." So anyways, the thing that I said that got me expelled, I was in the office doing my math homework, and the fucking secretary, I can't even like make this up. She stood up and she goes, "Where do you think you're going to end up in life?" And then she did this little jig. She did like a dance. And she goes, "Yeah, doing your math homework in the office." She says, "Where do you think this ends up?" And I'm not kidding. She did a jig, and I said, man, just sit down, push your pencil, and answer the phones. And that's when I got a spell for it. That was the last thing where they were like, we can't deal with
That's
this anymore.
a solid burn. A little tinge of
not
misogyny
bad.
in there, but
Well, she's a secretary. That's her fucking job. If she was just some woman, then
why don't
yes.
you make me a sandwich while you're at it? Fucking
If we were in a kitchen, that's what I would have said. But no, she's a goddamn secretary, and she did a little jig and laughed at my face.
I got kicked out of my science class freshman year. I had to move my desk out into the hallway.
Been there.
And my best friend, Marie Provenzano, her mom was the teacher. So I thought I could get away with murder in her class. And what she was doing is she was handing out different like systems that we would have to report on. One was the nervous system. One, somebody got digestion, and she was like, Kerryn, you got the reproductive system. And I went, touchdown, Jesus. And she was like, get out. It was a Catholic school.
Oh.
Yeah. I used to get yelled at by these nuns, Sister Lee and Sister Rosalie and Rosamond.
Wow.
Because I was in Schoolhouse Rock, the musical.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the musical director got me my costume, and my midriff was showing. It was very, I don't know, I guess for a 15-year-old or whatever, it was a little much.
Mm-hmm.
And I was flirting with a boy that was 2 years older than me, like in the hallway. And this nun, she had glasses so thick. She looked like a grasshopper. They were like magnifying glass. And she fucking like, her voice and everything, she like basically like pushed me up against the wall.
Jeez.
And she was like, are you trying to act out your part in the play, you slut?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you got in trouble for this.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just doing a little flirting with Joe Wagner. It was like the cutest boy in school. Father, forgive me.
What were you saying? Like that? Did she see something that you did or overheard?
I-
How
you
could
just,
she
like,
have?
I was just being flirtatious, like talking to a boy in the hallway, like laughing too loud. Probably these nuns were psychotic. The Sisters of Divine Providence. These bitches were crazy.
How long did you go there?
All throughout third grade to senior year.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. People wonder why I'm a sex worker.
Yeah, that should be, wow. You're trying to act out your thing, you slut.
Yeah, yeah. And then my French teacher, we watched this movie called Une Wanton Fille, which meant like kind of like a slutty girl or like a girl who, you know, lost her way. And then my French teacher would always call me Le Wanton Fille.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. I got sent down to the principal's office daily by my French teacher because I would break dress code every day, though. But our dress code was absurd. We had to wear solid colors, and you can't match solid color. You can't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like monotone, what is that? It wasn't in style then. In style, and I would wear long, like to my ankle, like floral skirts and like, you know, a matching top. And I think she did it to like show the administration how silly the dress code was. Because she's like, oh, really? This is breaking dress code? She looks beautiful. But I would get detention. I'd get like 15 minutes detention every day.
15 minutes isn't super bad, but
Nah,
still.
Nah.
Close schools, you know?
Right. Shut them down.
I got sent down to the office of, but my teacher one time, she goes, so me and my friend used to get drunk every Wednesday, Wasted Wednesday.
In high school?
Yeah. I started drinking when I was like 13. I think I told you this before.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did.
Maybe. I guess I was 14, I guess, but it wasn't like, not every week.
Every Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah. And I would get a quart of vodka and we both just be fucking drunk, Wasted
At
Wednesday.
school.
No, after school on
after
Wednesday
school.
night.
Okay,
But
okay.
so Thursday morning though,
Brutal.
I had a class at like 8:39, so I was like just dying. And my teacher kept me back one time. She goes, "Nathan, I know you're coming to school drunk." And I go, "I'm actually hungover."
Yeah, I'm an adult. I'm hungover.
Yeah, I'm like, that was yesterday.
Loser.
So I got sent down to the office for that. Wow. But have you talked to any teachers, by the way, in the last little while? Not those ones, like just in general. Teachers.
No, yeah. I know some teachers.
And so I talked to this guy who's a teacher, and I was like, what's going on in there? Like, what's happening? Because I feel another end of the world deal.
Yeah,
I feel if food doesn't kill us, if you don't get sucked out of a Boeing plane,
Yeah.
people in school now might grow up to eat us because
Psycho.
it seems as if nobody's telling anybody to do anything.
No.
So these people will eat people. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Like,
No,
you
you're
can't
right.
just become 18 and go like, oh, I'll snap into, I don't know, obeying things.
No,
now.
I don't blame the teachers. Like they don't want to like get into it. Like really, like if you have a kid who's just like nonstop, like disrespectful, doesn't do his homework, it must be exhausting. And then if you do reach out to the parents and there's no help there, a lot of
Yes.
times, what are they supposed to do? So
Yes.
it's like, fine, eat your pencil and leave me alone.
Your pencil, play your Nintendo DS.
Right.
Beat off on your phone, whatever
Yeah.
you're going to do. Because
Yeah.
a teacher was telling me that even when you go to the principal was like, yeah, but you can't get mad at the kid for what they did. And you go, what? A guy was telling me, man, that a student
Right.
stood up and tried to gouge the eyes out of another student. And he sent him to the office, and the principal sent him back a half hour later, and he was just like, he's just having a bad day. He tried to gouge the eyes out. That's not even a thing that happens in movies.
No, I know.
We don't even do that in film.
Being a teacher is scary.
Being a teacher is probably one of the worst jobs in the country,
Yeah,
easily.
I know.
It's way harder than fucking UFC fighter. Seriously, it's like, it's insane because at least you see there's some kind of like rules. There's a guy that comes over and is like, you can't do that. You can't gouge his eyes out.
Right.
We don't want you to do that. That's one of the rules here. But in there, they go, just go to the walk it off. Try to kill rip a person's face off.
And the teachers, like, just in order to survive, I feel like they have to disconnect emotionally.
Yes.
You know, there was that fucking heartbreaking documentary about, I think his name was Gabriel. He was like this little
Yeah,
8-year-old
I've seen
boy.
it.
His
It's
parents
awful.
like beat him to death or whatever and like made him like sleep in a closet every night. And it's just like, yeah, how are you a teacher? Like seeing kids coming in with like that, you're like, this kid, maybe I can't prove it. You know, how do I go through all these steps? Like, and it's also, maybe it's not to a degree of like abuse. It's like, maybe like I can tell this kid is staying up too late and not doing its homework and that was the wrong. Let it slip. Not doing
but
his or
that's
her
what
home-
the teachers do. They disconnect to a point that it's like, look at that.
you know,
It's fucking
not
crying,
getting
it's-
proper nutrition. It's acting out. It's being emotionally abused, but I can't prove it. What am I supposed to do? I'm just trying to get home to my own family. You know?
I make fucking $27,000 a year.
Right.
I don't want them to rip my eyes out because
Yeah.
that can happen.
Yeah.
So I'll just fucking say nothing to anybody, and then people will be raised to eat people.
I think how cannibalism is your.
Well, where does it go? Like, seriously,
No.
where do we end up?
I don't
This
know.
is again where I go like, what's like what? This is like the third time I've said this, and I'll say it again. It is loose out there.
No, I know.
Like we're barely hanging on
Yeah.
to anything. So like people, it's too loose.
I think they should put more emphasis on physical fitness in schools.
I'm never gonna do that. They tried. Didn't they try that? Didn't Michelle Obama try that?
Yeah.
Michelle Obama was like, hey, we're going to get up and do
Yes.
stuff. And people are like, fuck you, whore. I want to snort Pop-Tarts. You can't tell my fucking kid to move, you piece of shit.
Yeah, and
I hate
it's-
your husband.
And it's probably like the like, you know, sugary like food companies that are like paying for the
Yeah.
school meals.
Yes.
So it's a tough cycle.
Do you remember when de Blasio wanted to ban 32 ounce?
Yes.
I go, ban him.
They raged.
Get him at it. People snapped. He was like, he goes, you can still get 216s. And people are like, fuck you, you fucking goof. I
That's
should be able to snort.
crazy.
And you go, dude, but you're siding with Pepsi, a company that wants you dead. And there's no way the CEO or anybody in Pepsi drinks Pepsi. There's no fucking way.
No
Knowing
way.
the things that there's no way.
No.
That they drink it, eat it.
No.
And they had ads on the subway. They're like, are you going to let the mayor tell you what you can drink?
Right.
And people are like,
making it feel about freedom of choice.
Yes. So
I
again,
know.
great. Give everybody Pepsi. We'll all eat each other. But again, maybe this is too far. But I mean, again, where do we end up?
Cannibalism.
Cannibalism. But well, I don't know anything. I was kicked out of school. I told a fucking secretary off.
Yeah, it was like there was never enough emphasis on physical fitness. And like we had gym maybe like twice a week, and like if you wanted to bail, you could. You know, like I had my period every week. Like nobody ever noticed. Nobody thought that was weird.
You have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week period. That's a problem.
Yeah. It was like, but the kids who excelled at sports in my school anyway got scholarships, especially if they were good at sports and school. They would get a lot of like academic, athletic scholarships.
Yeah, I didn't do. I mean, yeah, we had gym, but not. Yeah, no. But then I didn't do any of the extra stuff. I guess
Right.
I played baseball when I was like a kid.
Yeah.
But like,
But like, I think that's maybe the problem, right? Because it's like it's all emphasis on like team sports, right? And there can only be like a few like kids that are really good on those teams. But like if it was more individual based, like every person has the ability to become strong and like work out and eat right. It's just nobody really wants to do that.
you sound like Arnold.
Do I?
Yeah, but not in a bad way.
Yeah, but it's like a willpower thing. I think it's easier to just like give him sugar and let him.
But you make more money. It's hard to sell weights, like the weight company. You sell the
Right.
school weights once,
Yeah.
and then you're fucked. They don't eat weights.
You're.
But if you sell them, you know what I mean? If you keep selling them fries.
What about meat though and Butcher's Box? Let's get Butcher's Box in the classrooms.
we're gonna have to. It's gonna be a long uphill battle with Nestle.
I think parents can start being freaking choosier, maybe.
Yeah, but fuck you, dude.
I know.
Freedom.
I know.
I'm just playing the part of
No,
somebody.
I know. And it's also like an affluent family is going to be able to do that much easier than like a family that's struggling to make ends meet. You know, like they're like, I can't afford this fucking $500 food plan that you're proposing.
Well,
or
a food
whatever.
plan is it's a lot, but you can buy whatever, dude.
We're trying to solve the world.
No, we're not solving anything. We're going to be eaten.
You
But before we
nihilists.
get eaten, we should try to enjoy some things.
Yeah.
I keep saying to my girlfriend, and maybe this is harsh, it probably is, but I go, like this whole monogamy thing.
Stop it.
I'm serious. I go, we're going to be eaten one day.
Right.
And be killed. So what is this? Or do we just like, is this the end of Armageddon? We just hold each other until we're eaten?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. But then I even think about it farther and I go, it's not even thing I really want to do. I'm a pretty finicky fucking person. And I would be like, I don't even, you know what I mean? There's things that I would be like, okay. Like years ago, I might have told you this before too. Years ago, a woman came to my house. Because there's a lot of men that are like, oh man, if women are icked out by dumb things, men can never be. I get real.
You get the ick?
Oh my, are
Cool.
you kidding me?
Tell me.
But I think a lot of men do, but they lie
Yeah.
to put on a show or be like, I'm so cool. If you
Okay.
put a pussy on a truck, I'll eat it. Like, they're just crazy people. But they're lying. I think they're lying. There's like two men that'll fuck everything.
Yeah.
And they do exist.
Yeah.
But no, absolutely.
What was the ick? What gave you the ick?
Well, there's been a couple times.
Nice.
But this lady came to my house and just slapped my dick. And I was like, you have to leave.
Get out of here.
She just slapped it. First
Why?
move one.
That's not a move.
Thank you. And I said,
not-
you have to
You
go.
should watch Baby Reindeer.
I'll watch it.
Okay.
And I go, you have to go. And she left in a super huff. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know what I don't know.
What were you supposed to do in that moment?
Exactly.
Slap her face.
Just beat her. Just two people beating each other up.
High five, low five.
One woman came to my house one time and I was living with roommates at the time. My roommate had a guitar and she goes, oh, a guitar. And I was making us a drink and she takes the guitar. She sits down on the floor cross-legged and starts playing a song. And I'm just pouring a drink and I'm just listening and being like, well, this is insane. This is crazy.
Right.
Who does this?
Yeah.
But anyway, she stops and she goes, I wrote that song for my best friend's dad who died. And I went,
Cool mood shift.
it's like another 10 minutes. And I was like, I gotta
This
go to
isn't
bed.
from-
I just can't. That's crazy. That's an insane thing. Because I think when women say that they get like icked out by a dude,
Yeah.
is part of it the fact that like if you do, this guy's like creepy, and if you sleep with him, you could be killed.
Probably, yeah. I think my ick factor is probably a little like I get icked pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Vaping gives me a hard ick.
I love it. I love it.
It
doesn't matter how they hold it or just vaping in general.
It's mostly the smell.
Okay.
And how they hold it. Yes, it's like a very like effeminate move.
So make people do it like this or like this.
This,
whatever.
and they're never proud of it. They're always vaping in shame. Like and I just like.
What about Zin?
Is that like the like?
Uh-huh.
I'm sure I would eventually get icked.
Yeah. When you see packs of them, like stacks of them all over your fucking
Right.
house.
It's just like, what is this crutch about?
Yeah.
If it's like a performance enhancing supplement, like I do this thing.
Like TRT?
No, like transcriptions, like blue canatine, methane blue. Sorry to shout out this.
Do you know what
company.
that is?
It's. Will you look it up? Sorry, Nicole. Methane blue or blue transcriptions, blue canatine. Yeah. The pack on the way right is what I have in my drawer right now. So I'll do these if I'm feeling like a tiny bit under the weather, like I'm about to get a cold, or like pre-workout, and they turn your tongue blue. And I would sort of understand if it's temporary, your tongue's not blue the whole day, like it goes away after you have some drinks. But this is like, it's good for you. It's a neurotropic. It makes like your electrons fire off and gets you really.
Who says it's good? The people that make it? This is, buddy. We're fucked. We're not gonna fight. We're not gonna stop Pepsi or fucking anything if this is the fucking shit we're doing.
No, this is
Look at
good.
this fucking this faded out man in the back. He's too scared to show his face for the ad.
Can I tell you? Okay, so I follow this account. I implore everyone. I mention her all the time. It's my old college roommate, which is funny to me because me and this chick used to get hammered together. When I tell you blackout wasted. Her name's Amanda. Her account is Raw Fitness Nutrition. She is my age. She looks like she's 20 years old. She's like pretty much moved to South America. She lives a little bit of a nomadic lifestyle, but she's been in South America for a long time. She's ripped. She surfs every day. She eats nutrient dense food. She like morphed her body. She's literally aging backwards. And she is like a big proponent of the methane blue. So my thing is, I take advice from people who I want to emulate. If I see your lifestyle as better than mine, I will take your advice.
But you're only doing one part of her life.
No, I do a lot of it.
No, you don't live in South America.
No, I don't.
You don't surf.
I know I don't surf. Yeah,
those are two huge things. South America is a whole different ecosystem than here.
Yeah,
this is fucked.
But
This is fucked.
Yeah, but no. You can work it here. I eat with the sun. I'm up at 6 a.m. every day.
What food are you eating? Is it grown here? Is it made here?
Butcher Box is local meat.
This is fucked. I bet there's no way that South America doesn't have safer food
it's
than
better.
here.
Of course it's better.
So she's got good food.
Yeah.
She's eating guava right off a fucking branch.
Probably, yeah.
And she's surfing.
Yeah.
Buddy, those two things right alone. She doesn't even need this fucking blue thing.
I'm doing what I can.
You're going to need 9 of these a day to catch up to where she is in life.
I don't know. I think I'm doing a lot of like her like basics. My circadian rhythm is incredible. I wake up with the sun. I eat with the sun. I don't binge eat.
Eat with the sun.
Yes. You won't see me eating after this. Like that little nosh. I don't eat after the sun's gone down.
Good for you.
I try to actually get sunshine. I was out in the sunshine today on my terrace. I know it was only like 50 fucking degrees out, but I got out there. You get sunshine directly on your belly. I use infrared light therapy probably 2 to 3 times a week. I lift weights like 3 to 4 times a week. And then I do zone 3 or 4 cardio twice a week in my treadmill classes.
Is that running while screaming?
Yes,
What is
yes.
zone 3?
Zone 3!
Shrieking. Just shrieking. Just shrieking at a wall.
I don't drink alcohol. It's been almost 6 years.
Good for you.
I just, it'll be almost a month. No marijuana. That was, and I've stopped filling my inhaler that I was using.
Yeah. And now all you got to do, move to Argentina and buy a surfboard.
I wish there was a comedy scene there. Right. I'll just let it go.
Get out. Dude.
You want me to quit?
No. But I'm saying if you're going to go, that's funny. Like, you personally. I'm saying for all of us, what are we doing?
Well, and our environment is killing us. You're not wrong. The free radicals we're up against are crazy. Like she also is like, we're not supposed to wear sunglasses anymore because then we can get mitochondria in our eyes, which is good for us. She's like, she doesn't really like sunscreen because it's toxic. Look at that guy.
Just some dog.
Anyway, she's a great follow if anybody is, and she also is giving a discounted course on stuff. Anyway,
well,
all right, let's we're gonna wrap this
Can
up.
we go back to Icks really fast? Because
Yeah.
yours were like totally reasonable of like someone coming to your home and slapping you in the
your
dick.
dick. Yeah.
For girls, it's like watching a guy chase a ping pong ball. Is like an ick.
oh, well, I mean,
Like you don't have anything like goofy like that.
I
for
don't
women.
like, I've never liked when women are really into celebrity stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
Hate
lame.
it.
Yeah.
If I ever went to a woman's house and she has like a subscription to People, I'd rather fuck a blender. I'm not kidding. It's a horrible thing.
Yeah, being obsessed with celebrities is lame.
It's kind of just gross and weird.
Yeah.
Also,
It's one thing to be a fan of really talented actors and like, follow their
yes, but I'm talking about
careers.
the gossip aspect of it.
The relationships.
Yeah.
Like who cares?
Yeah.
I do. Zendaya, Tom. What? No, sorry. Okay, that's the only one I care
They're
about.
back together, right?
They're so. Did they ever break
I
up?
have no idea, dude. I don't know.
They're just like the hottest couple I've ever seen.
Well, at the end of this, yeah. We're fucked, but we're not fucked. It's going to be great.
It's in our control. We can do things to unfuck ourselves and make ourselves less fucked.
That's true. You can take blue things.
Take blue things. You don't have to succumb to the fuckery. You have the power. The thing is, no doctors are prescribing willpower. They don't make money off willpower. Psychiatrists don't make money off willpower. They make money off antidepressants.
Yes.
Doctors don't make money off willpower. They make money off of pills and shit like that.
And Pepsi makes money off of Pepsi.
Fuck yeah, they do.
And the other fucking things they own. Mountain Dew.
And there's Pepsi and Coke machines in pediatric hospitals. Explain
Which I love.
that to me.
Every time I'm sick in a hospital, I want Subway, I want fake bread, meat that's not real, and I want a can of 9 sugars.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Nathan Macintosh, you guys. Watch his special. Support him. You got any dates you want to plug?
Well, whenever this comes out, whatever. Just check out my website for upcoming shows and check out Down with Tech on YouTube. It's all about tech and how we need to be getting away from it.
We're going to riot.
We're going to ride. It's going to be pretty hard to do without tech. People message me and they go, isn't it ironic that Down with Tech is on tech? I'm like,
shut up.
Yeah, I'm like, buddy.
It's irony.
Here we are.
It's dramatic irony.
I also really mean big tech, but I can't. Down with big tech is stupid.
I know.
So anyways, here we are. Check it out on YouTube. Thank you.
Right. Thanks, buddy.
Throwing ass on the gram, getting laughs at the stand. Only she can, only Feehans. It's only Feehans.